What is happening, guys? Cowboy here, and we're back. So, this is actually a good time to spend some souls and level up. If you're keeping up with me, as you can see, vitality's at 30, endurance at 20 still, and I've begun working strength on up so that I can one-hand the greatsword. If you're doing a quality-oriented build, obviously try to keep these rather even. Otherwise, just level whichever one is going to help boost your weapon the most. So from the bonfire, this actually takes us right back. This is right where we dropped it down. That is where the two traps were. That's where that bitch that knocked us over was. But instead, we're going to head this way now. So, we will have massive boulders being thrown at us for a while. And this can get kind of tricky. So, we're going to go kind of fast here. First thing we're going to do is go on up. And we're going to grab the soul item that's right there. Go above, grab this large titanite, and then we're going to go straight. We have another big knight dude right over here, very similar to the one we fought in the cathedral. By this point, you should have absolutely no trouble taking a beefy boy like this out. With strength lad, he will fall like a hot sack of shit. So after him, go ahead and do the ladder. Once again, make sure that you are human as we're proceeding, as there's going to be some invasions that we're going to want to happen, as well as a summon. Pancake this asshole. Wait for him to die, and Ricard's rapier. Really nice dexterity weapon. There, head on up, and nope, these are not mimics. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is the rare ring of sacrifice and the divine blessing. That's right. Okay. So now we're gonna return on back. There's one or two more mimics here. I want to say there is. I don't know. I'll find them as I go through the notes. Anyway, head on up this way, but this time we're going to go to the walkway, and we're going to be making a jump for the merchant. Now, this jump can be a little bit hard. You got to be pretty precise on your timing. If you're having a lot of trouble with it, just take off some gear, and basically go for the jump naked. Barely made that. And here's our bro. Out of my way, things. So, anyway, making it on over to this guy, we can buy black fire bombs from him, green blossom, which give us the Chloranthy effect, although temporarily. We can buy large titanite and green titanite. On top of that, he sells the great shield, great axe, the balder shield, tower knight shield, a bunch of arrows, the Katarina gear, as well as his own gear, and the Balder gear, and then the Thunder and Spell Stoneplate rings.
Nothing at all? Fine then. Rush in like a nut.
Have not done your farming and want to just buy your Titanite? Now is your chance. Anyway, we're going to go all the way to the bottom. Remember that cage that Logan was in? Here's the cage key for it. So, now you can rescue Logan if you didn't before. Alright, now this next part we're going to fall. If you're worried about your health, as always, make sure to take off your gear. See right there where that shiny is at, and we basically need to just kind of drop off for it. Not enough to kill you, but it'll hurt. And we now have the sniper crossbow and the bolt. So proceeding forward, we'll kill the first Balder Knight. And it's actually really good to farm them here for the Balder side sword if you want. A little bit better than early on in the game. Get our Flame Stone Plate ring. Alright, now before we go up, one thing I want to note is that walkway that we were just at, I'll get up on the walkway. I don't believe they hit me while I'm on the walkway. But we're going to be proceeding through. I do want to point out that you can get a chunk. So, if you want, you can leap off this, get over there, and kill that giant. That giant, 1,000 souls might drop a chunk, similar to the other one, but to be honest, you're basically gonna have to use a bone to get back. Oh man, I've never seen him throw that on the platform like this. Frick. Yeah, either you use a bone or that drops you down into the mechanism room, which, let's be honest, nobody wants to deal with those pendulums again. So my recommendation is to just, ignore them. One chunk is not worth that hassle, unless you're really trying to farm those damn chunks. So anyway, instead, come down the walkway this way. We're going to kill that Balder Knight. After that... Nothing else there. Let's see. And we can activate this cage key as well. Now we have a nice little shortcut. So if you're worried about your Estus, obviously this brings us all the way back to the start. I don't really feel you need a lot of Estus for the next boss, so I'm just going to continue. But there you go. Shortcut all the way down to the bottom. Alright, instead, head on up. Follow this catwalk around. There's an archer shooting at you. You can just ignore him for now. Kill him in a moment. Okay, thanks for the titanite shard, buddy. And then we're gonna go on up. Kill this prick that's been throwing flaming things at us. Hey, got that chunk. Alright, now we go through the fog for the boss. However, if you are human, go this way. Artorias. Pretty badass. This boss isn't particularly hard. However, have any concerns whatsoever, Artorias will basically solo the guy. Just gotta make sure he doesn't fall off. Artorias. Alright, so personal opinion, Iron Golem is hot garbage. That attack does this like horizontal wave. Most of the time it ends up just crashing into the ground. His attacks are too wide to really do anything, as you can see. Most of this is just going clean over my head. He can actually swing and fall off this platform, which really isn't that uncommon. I mean, even if you get hit, like honestly, it's not that bad. Like, he's kind of a joke. So, anyway. Golem, stop. Guy has really poor stagger thresholds, so it's actually easier to just switch to the Claymore and beat him. Can't really get back up. Yeah, see, like, Like I said, he's a fucking joke. I don't think anybody considers him to be a serious challenge. But while we're on the topic, as you'll see, we just picked up the core of an iron golem. As for this, you can get the axe that he was using. It's a decent strength-oriented axe, or alternatively, you can get the bone fist gauntlets, which are actually pretty badass. Think of them like kung fu gauntlets, very high strength scaling, pretty unique moveset. So if you're interested in a very unique weapon, that would be the one to go for you. But yeah, after that, you know, we're done. He's like the Iron Giant's derpy younger cousin who never really learned how to do anything and wanted to be a bully, but he grew up too dumb to be one, so he misses most of his attacks. Anyway, after he's done, touch the yellow ring and we're out of here. It's the Gargoyle Express. It'll take you places. Anor Londo, Artorias Remastered 60 FPS. And this is where the real game begins. What I mean by that is this is where things actually start getting hard. So first thing we're gonna do, we have a bonfire coming up very shortly ahead, but we're gonna smash Big Boy Knight first. So there are a bunch of knights here. I kind of think they're pushovers. The only thing you really got to look out for is the shield slam. They drop 1,500 souls a pop. Run on up and just dookie on him. Obviously he can block with his shield, so either get behind him or time his attacks. He doesn't really block per se, it's just if you end up hitting the shield, he'll block him. Two right here, we're gonna pull them. Come on, bro, I don't have anything to heal with besides humanity. Yeah, like I said, they're basically big pushovers. The only thing they got going for them is if their shield blocks your first attack. Kill them. Pop this baby open. Demon titanite. And then up ahead and to the left we have our bonfire. So Anor Londo is actually pretty long. Because of that, I'm going to cover a very short portion of it in this episode as well, even though this was the Sen's Fortress boss episode. Go on over here. Rest at the bonfire. Spend them souls. 2, I think that was it. Did I need 30? 32? Did. Nice. Now I can one-hand this bad boy. Oh, I like that. This is the Firekeeper. She doesn't really do anything. She can reinforce your Estus Flask. Similar to Quelaag's sister or the one in Firelink, you could kill her, get her soul, use it to boost your flask. However, don't do that just yet. Promise, we're going to go around murdering Firekeepers and getting their souls, but not just yet. Instead, we're going to head on over this way. Got 2 more knights we're going to kill. Wow. That's one thing that's never been fixed. The bows are still crap. And this guy is still in... There we go. Like, come on, would you aggro already? That's the only real thing you gotta look out for from these guys. That shield slam can actually hurt quite a bit. There's a decent sized knockback on it as well, so just be aware of that. This one has our twinkling titanite. And this one is a mimic. And we now get the crystal halberd, which, similar to picking up the lightning spear, is another really potent weapon at this point in the game if you don't have anything better. So for the time being, we're going to ignore going this way. We can come out here and kill this knight just for the easy 1500 souls. But this is the route we would take to get to the archives. Right now, it is not open. If you go up this way, you'll basically just see a big yellow door, or a big yellow fog that you can't disperse. So just ignore it for now. I know you're probably wondering why I didn't kindle a bonfire if this area is long. There are quite a few bonfires here, and we're going to be kindling just not the one we were just at. So come over here, take the elevator on down. Once we get to the bottom, we're going to fight a gargoyle. Yes, the same gargoyle that we fought back at the beginning of the game that was a boss. Except you've grown and matured, and now you have a big sword, and he's kind of a shrimpy bitch. Shoo! Shoo! Oh yeah, that's right. These ones do lightning. Hey, the halberd. Gargoyle halberd's actually pretty damn nice. Anyway, kill that guy. He's a joke. Gonna go this way and drop down here. And go around this way. Another demon titanite. And this is where a lot of people get, and they're kind of like, I don't know where to go. That's because we're actually going to go that way. So, real fast, just for the sake of consistency. You can see there's nowhere to go that way. The bridge is kind of stationary. But what you have to do, this way, onto the buttress, run on up. And it does look like they fixed it a bit. Every now and then the camera gets a little funky when you're running through the pillars. It does look like that's been addressed in the remaster, so that's good. But head on over here, roll off a couple painted guardians that we're going to kill real fast. They shouldn't be an issue for you at all. That we head on up. Now this next part can be, let's just say you gotta be delicate here. You have to go across this catwalk. There are a number of guardians that you're gonna need to contend with. Needless to say, fighting something on a catwalk is not fun. This is a great time to employ your bow. Even if it's just to pop the guardian, you can kill them before they reach you. Good with your arrow placements. Otherwise, just wait till they get close, boop them, take them out. I'd always suggest trying to fight him on one of these parts versus the big part. Or not the big part, on the skinny part. Head and that. Doesn't look like you did much, but you actually just broke the chandelier. Oh, sniped in the face. What was that? Right in the head. Get her in the head. Oh! Oh, not enough for a knockdown, though. Wait here for a second. Really? Alright, lady. You want this battle? That's enough of your bullshit. So yeah, anyway, kill them. Let's see. And yeah, I want to go this way. This way. Instead of going to the ladder, roll for the boobies. Amazing chest. Roll on into here. Go on in. Take a little OJ sippy. Head up this way. Kill the dancer. Or excuse me, not the dancer. The guardian. We're here for the chest. And we got a divine blessing. And then go down again. Cross along. Same shit as before. Be a guardian up here waiting for us. Might as well top off. We're almost at the bonfire anyway. That even though I'm wall bouncing, doesn't even matter. You can completely ignore the stairs. Just head on through this. We're gonna go this way, activate the center platform, and then we're gonna fight another gargoyle. Let's go over and push this baby. Alright, and you can see now that will take you back to the first bonfire. And here's our gargoyle friend. So this gargoyle will drop anything you don't have with the exception of the gargoyle tail axe. The halberd, the helmet, the shield, whatever you haven't gotten from the gargoyles yet will now drop. So kill him. Let's see. I've got the shield. A couple things to point out. So right there goes back to where we came from. Right there is the way that we're going to end up proceeding eventually. But before we do that, we're going to go on down. Got a buttload of painted guardians to kill. Now, we're mainly just coming in here to grab a couple of key pieces of loot right now, some throwing knives. For the most part, you know, they're not really a threat. Just run up, pancake the shit out of them. We're ever low on throwing knives. This is obviously kind of the place to do it. Oh no! Oh my god! Oh, wow. I did not expect them to be that aggressive. Wow. Okay. So I severely underestimated the Painting Guardians, apparently, last time I was here. Not using a massively gigantic sword to fight. And the pillar top off. Now, what you're seeing me do right now, just chug through these humanities, honestly, this is a really bad habit. I do not recommend doing that. Smarter is to just go back to the bonfire real fast, fill up your Estus, and then deal with all this bullshit, but I'm like on a timer here. So anyway, go over there, grab Great Magic Weapon, run over to this one, get to the Black Iron, Great Sword, and Great Iron Shield. Now, when we have the painted doll, we're going to come back here later and touch this painting. That is how we access the painted world of Ariamis. We're not going to do that right now, namely because we do not have the doll. So, you know, we need to go get that. That's in the asylum, and to be honest, it's just going to be a little bit easier to go and do all that after we've obtained the Lord Vessel, which is what we're in Anor Londo to do. All gathering up. Oh wait, I'm hiding here. Super sneaky. Kadosh! Spinny attack! That never saw it coming. This one, she's like, wait, he's still here! Ah! This one's like, don't worry, sisters, he left. No, wait, he didn't! Revenge! Now, before we go forward, one of the things I'm going to do is show you guys another bonfire. That is where we are going to wrap things up. I suppose it would have been easier to just go get this bonfire before we did all the Painted Guardian shit, but, you know, whatever. It works out. Here. Get the Ring of the Sun's Firstborn. And here's a nice bonfire for us to rest at. So we're going to wrap things up here. We'll be tackling the rest of Anor Londo in the next episode, so make sure to stay tuned, and we will catch you guys then.